G'day, it's Xavier at the patio of the garden with this monster juniper. Whether it's a commonis or juniperus or chimerus, I don't know, it's a juniper. And I found it 3 years ago, my old favourite Saver Nurseries in the bargain corner, and it was completely shaggy and still 4 foot. Is that horizontalis or something? I don't know. But I picked it up for 40 quid, left it for a year. Last year I made a token effort of wiring it all up and thinning it out because I knew I had to do something with it, and then I've left it. The wire's been on for a good year, and you know how much I love junipers. I have been reliably told I've actually got some quite good ones on development in a sort of amateur sort of style, but they're still not my thing. I want them to be, but this thing, I say it's 4 foot. I'll give you a spin round of it, but do you know what? This is the first time where I'm actually going to say help. I've got ideas in my head, but I know what I could risk happening is, because of my lack of love and lack of knowledge of gin, so I could end up just going, do you know what, I'm going to gin nearly everything and say keep just one central branch, and that may well be the idea. But do you know what? Our community is getting bigger and bigger, and I'm seeing such great stuff out there from people who know a lot more about some of these species than I do. So do you know, I'm going to throw it over to you. So I'm going to give it a spin round. I'm going to show you what's in the base, and then hopefully you're going to comment and tell me what I should do. And if in the end the final comment is Halloween bonsai fire, then grudgingly I may even do that, although I doubt it. So without much ado, I'll give you a spin of my my creeping juniper monster, and I think that's juvenile growth, isn't it, when it's all spiky like that. So there's lots of growth, so it's doing well, but I'll need to weed it out as well. But I'll try and spin. I know it's difficult because the backdrop's going to be atrocious for this, but we'll see how we get on. So from a horizontal point of view, it is literally, it grows up from the base to the top. It's no more than a foot and a bit, and then spinning it, you've got this main 2 or 3 trunks or branches that are going out from the base. They each go out 2.5, maybe 3 foot. There's different ways of looking at it. So instead we'll look at my lovely legs and spin it round. I mean, the wire I put on, to be honest, was token. I tried to put this aluminum wire, and it wasn't up to the job, but it's all I had. So yeah, so that's the beast. I haven't even got a pot anywhere near it. I like this structure here, and I like this little structure in here, and it'll bring it in nice and tight. But I also like what's going on out here. The trouble is it's all the way out there, so it's whether I make a decision to get a great big pot and do something with it being big and massive, or what. But there's some growth here and here, or whether I just keep letting it grow and wait for this new stuff to come. And let's just have a little look at it in my camera pan mode. Well, it's not my camera pan mode, it's actually me with the camera in my hand walking around the tree. And I say, I apologise again, it's very hard to get this great 4 foot monster anywhere near any sort of background that allows you to see the perspective properly. Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's that typical sort of wrangly sort of junipery sort of thing. Yeah, let's have a look at that root, at the base structure. So I've cleared out the base there, and I think what is clear though is something needs to be done with it fairly soon, because I think some of those trunk decisions can be made just simply for the fact that there is some rotting tissue in there, and it's because it obviously has been rotting in the compost that's there. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 main trunks coming out of there. This trunk here definitely got some rotting and obviously I would need to investigate that. It's putting out growth, but I would imagine that it's almost, well actually it's got its own set of roots, so it could be that this branch's ground laying is already a separate trunk, which might be the answer to that one. That still seems fairly attached, and that does. So actually I've already discovered part of that first investigation. There's a lot of rot there, but there is roots off to the side of it. Definitely down the base there, you can see the rotting, but right at the base, down there, there's some new roots. Excuse the shaking. So in view of that, I think what's happened is that juniper has already decided to lose that branch from the main, and so is actually feeding off its own roots. Yeah, so I appreciate you can't actually dig around. It's not the hardest of wood in there, so I clearly need to get this cleared out and make decisions soon, and maybe the decisions have to change based on what I find when I open it up. But I think what I'd really like to know is, what would you do? He says, studiously putting his glasses up at the bridge of his nose. There's levels, layers, points we can cut back, and if there's any other variety, well, it wouldn't look like this for a start, would it? It wouldn't see. But if this is another larch or something, I'd be full of ideas, because I know how they react to different pruning actions. But with this, I mean, there is a lot of potential. I think definitely this one, I'm going to try and keep going, encourage the ground layer roots, and that could be a separate tree, I think, which means we've got all this on this side. Anyway, appreciate it's a difficult view, but over to you. I look forward to seeing your comments in the your comments or suggestions in the comments section. And if no one replies, I'm just going to sulk and, I don't know, cry into my pillow. So from Xavier in the patio, cheers.